there's only got 6 guys, I think, that were in the starting lineup in the Super Bowl that are still on this team. It's your first trip back to Miami, so just mixed feelings going back to Miami and just how the team's changed since then.
Nah. Actually was thinking in my own head earlier. I was like, last time I was like, I don't think I played in this stadium, and then I went back to 2019. I was like, yeah, we did play here. But nah, not no mixed feelings at all.
Brock got his real first significant action against the Dolphins a couple of years ago. What do you remember about that game? Jimmy goes down and Brock's in there and obviously played really, really well.
Yeah, I remember Brock coming in and winning the game for us. It felt like he was already there before. And yeah, he came out with a dub.
For everything you guys have been through this year as a team and you individually, how important is it to finish these last 3 games?
Well, it's all about finishing. It's all about finishing strong for sure. That was Cal's message. Finish strong. And let's see who want to really be a part of this team, and finish strong and just move past it and just see where things fall.
Nick talked about that being like good momentum into the offseason of next year. How do you feel the same way as far as?
Oh yeah, for sure. We get these next couple of dubs, and it ain't nothing but motivation for us. Like getting back to work whenever we got a report back, and it'll be a little motivation for sure.
Deebo, as a part-time running back, I assume you have dealt with Bobby Turner a lot in your career. What are how would you describe his coaching style, his influence on you?
I joke with Bobby every day, every chance I get. That's why we became so close. But man, overall, Bobby's just so detailed. Y'all may think he's serious all the time, which he is, but he got a little joking in him here and there. But Bobby's one of my favorite coaches around here, for sure.
When you talk about details, guys have talked about, people talk about you're an inch off here.
Yeah, for sure.
So, are there any other things like that where he's more detailed than most coaches?
Sometimes when I be in the backfield, sometimes we talk to go 7.5. Sometimes I go 8 because he was like, how fast I hit it or whatever. So he was like, I'll give you the little leeway. You can go half a yard, deeper than normal. But the 7.5, he wants you to be 7.5, not 7.5.2. But overall, man, it's just love Bobby for sure.
How much do you enjoy the holidays being a dad?
Oh man, that's the best thing in the world. We was off last week, man. We went to Disney. He had a great time there, and Christmas coming up. I'm pretty sure you're ready for that.
Well, this locker room is known for being super close. Do you feel like that closeness is still the same since you've been here?
Oh yeah, for sure. It definitely is.
I mean, even with the Devontae Campbell thing
Yeah.
that happened, did it almost galvanize you guys a little closer?
Nah, I don't think it changed anything.
Have you ever been around another coach like Mike McDaniel, just the kind of character that he is?
No, I don't think I have.
What stood out about him when you were with him?
He's 100% serious all the time, but you may not think he's serious because he shits and giggles here and there. But overall, man, Mike was one of my guys as well. I haven't talked to him in so long. But overall, he was a good coach here.
You like his fashion choices?
Yeah, I always joked around with him, but I was like, bro, you too short for your feet to be that big.
I've heard he wears 2 big shoes that are a couple sizes bigger than his feet.
But I don't know. I always said that, but he was like, nah, they fit. So, I mean, if it fit.
Fred, you have had a couple, 2018, 2020. And like Bosa was saying, with the exception of 2020 when he wasn't around, he's never in his football career at any level experienced forgive me, but quote unquote meaningless games, like when you're out of contention.
We still got a chance? What is it, like less than 1? Less than 1%?
No, I apologize, yes, you do.
Sorry, Rick. Yeah.
But, does it, it's an obvious question maybe, but what does it take as far as a different mindset or a different approach when you, there's not that, the same juice as far as we are actually playing for a big prize?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately there is a difference, but at the same time, pride is a very powerful motivator. In this league, the moment you decide that you're going to go out there, you're going to half-butt it and not give your all when you're in between that grass or in between those white lines on that grass and you put bad stuff on film, that's who you are. You're judged in this league by what you put on tape every single week. So playoffs, no playoffs, we're playing 3 good teams to finish this year off. And honestly, I want to finish strong heading into next season, because that carryover is real.
Kind of following up on that, Fred. Bosa said it. I think you kind of alluded to the idea that you're going to find out who wants to be here over these next few weeks. You know, every year there's plenty of turnover, but when you have a season like this, does it feel like this could be kind of the last few opportunities you get to play with some of the guys that you've been with for a long time right now?
Yeah, I mean, we've been able to keep a lot of the core pillar guys for a long time, but at the end of the day, like each year, each team is different. It's about what you do with that new team, that new group. Like I said, I truly believe that we need to finish strong throughout the rest of this season. The off season things will happen however they're going to happen, but I'm just focused on the here and now.
I think people sometimes just overlook the value of getting to play. I mean, to still go out there with your guys 3 more times, regardless of what's going to happen after.
No, I mean, that's a great perspective, honestly, and I think it does get overlooked because you see, especially with our team, the guys that have gone down and they would give everything to be out there, just to have another shot at being able to play, especially, like I said, we got 3 big-time games coming up, and regardless of the situation, it is a blessing to be out there, to strap it up. Every time I go out, I come in the locker room before a game and I see the pads with the 49er jersey on it, and I'm in year 7, and it still gives me goosebumps just even looking at that. So it's always going to mean a lot.
You've been here for several years now with Dre, and I know you talked about it the other night. Now there's a couple more days to think about it and see the film. How amazing was it? I mean, for the injury that he had to play like he played, how amazing was that?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I've seen it too often now. He has dealt with some significant injuries in his time here, but the guy is unbelievable. From a physics standpoint, I think Achilles is probably the hardest injury besides like an ACL to come back from in this league, and the way that he moved on Sunday, you would never have known that he went through that, right? And so, this guy is unbelievable, and he'll only continue to get better from here on out.
That could be any shades of 2021 when he missed almost the whole season, and then that must-win game came in, was flying around against the Rams.
Very, very similar, and I think that was against the Rams as well. So, something about those Rams, man, he just plays well.
Fred, you had 15 tackles, not close to 15 tackles some of your previous games. I realize there are actual X's and O's reasons when Dre is in there. You're going to be more productive. Is there also something else to it?
No, I think it's honestly I'm going out every game trying to give it my all every single play. Obviously, I'm trying to make the plays when they're there. Some games are there, some games are not. Some games I'm not going to have as many opportunities. It's about making the most of your opportunities. Like if I have 15 tackles but we lose the game, then I really don't care if I have 15. If we had 3 and we won, then that means a lot. So at the end of the day, what is it going to take to win? That's all I care about.
I know physicality is like an impossible thing to quantify, but how much does being physical in the run game actually help you?
I think it just helps the entire defense, honestly. From a tone-setting standpoint, from the offense having to be aware of where he's at, where I'm at, where all of us are at, it's just a standard. That's what it's been ever since I've been here. And so just having it back out there, you could see it. It jumped off the tape. It jumped out, even being out there from the first snap. It means a lot having it back out there.
With Devondre Campbell, obviously, regardless of what happened Thursday, looking over the whole season, how did he mesh with you? Was he having a hard time adapting to the scheme? What was him like in the locker room?
No, he was a good dude, man. I'm grateful for what Devondre brought to our team. As a veteran presence. And he tried his hardest, even though he wasn't familiar with how we played in our scheme. I think he did a good job throughout the year, getting better. It's just unfortunate how that ended.
One of this team's key emphasis going into the year was finishing strong. For reasons. Fourth quarter has not panned out that way in a lot of games this year. Is it a mentality thing? Is it conditioning? Is it scheme? What is the reason for fourth quarter issues?
It's hard to pinpoint one thing, honestly. I can sit here and go through a bunch of different things from all 3 phases of our team, but like you mentioned, we just haven't been able to play complementary at the end of the day. When offense needs us to step up, and then vice versa, it just hasn't worked out that way.
What did you enjoy about having Mike McDaniel around when he was here? I know it's another side of the ball, but just personality and all that stuff.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't too involved with Mike while he was here. He was more so tucked away on the offensive side, but I'm happy for him, happy for the success he's had over in Miami, and hopefully not too successful on Sunday.
Thanks, Fred.
All right, guys. Thank you. Yep.
Dre, the other night you mentioned something about that. At this point in your career, you can't afford to be too injured too much anymore. What can you kind of expound on what you mean by that, just in terms of what it means for your career to be healthy and out there?
Yeah, I mean, just getting older, so don't want to be always injured. A guy that just can't be available. So, I mean, just got to be extra cautious of just treating my body, making sure that I'm doing rehab, all that good stuff. Just sticking to my routine.
How much do you think about, when you're coming back here, like the future, you're an unrestricted free agent after this year, like all that kind of thing? I mean, it's life-altering things that you're thinking about. What kind of goes into your mind when you're playing?
Honestly, the only thing that go to my mind is whooping Miami ass and just going to go do it with my brothers, having fun, and enjoying the game. I mean, that's going to come, but you can't think about it. I mean, it's going to come regardless. So I'm just excited to just enjoy the game with my brothers.
Dre, has there been any conversation between your representative and the team about getting you signed and bringing you back here next year at all?
I ain't even talking to nobody about that. I ain't even thought about it. Don't care to think about it. I just want to play the game.
They say in this sport that there's no moral victories, but to miss 305 days, come back and play the way you played, inspire your teammates, isn't that a moral victory?
Every time, man. I love it. No, I love just giving the inspiration, go out there and play. I wish I could have did it more throughout the season, but, obviously being hurt, couldn't do that. But just being able to go out there and play as hard as I can, I know that's going to inspire the next man beside me, and, it's going to go on through the team.
Drake, Kyle pointed out the 2021 season, you were in at the start, and then you were out for a long time, and you came back and played really well, cold turkey there in week 17. How much did you draw on that 2021 experience to come back this time and be mentally and physically ready to hit the ground running?
Yeah, I mean, I knew what to expect as far as just, the speed of the game, just, making sure my body's prepared to be able to take that much impact and all that good stuff. So, I trained for it. That's what I did. As soon as I messed up my Achilles, I immediately, started rehabbing, preparing, just get my body ready for whatever it's time to come back. That, whatever game it is, I can come back and be myself. So, I have been down the process before. I'm used to it, and so yeah.
In your
You've had a unique perspective as you just kind of watch, you've had to observe this season. What, I guess you could say about 100 things, what's been missing from this team?
I'd probably say just, I think when you get everybody healthy, we're a really tough team to stop. So I think it was just not by surprise, but it was just, just a year where we had a lot of guys down. So you got a guy like Christian down, you got a guy like BA down, like, man, that's confidence right there. So, I think just probably confidence and just knowing that we can go out there and beat anybody with anybody we got. And I know that's the mindset, but, just having that confidence, and I think it continued to grow throughout the season, just when you got so many new guys, the different pieces, it's hard to get everybody on the same page and know what to expect.
When you miss, there's the talent they have, but there's also an element of like grit and toughness. Not suggesting guys who play some capable, tough football players, but those guys are unique. Is there something to that when you don't have them, you don't have something that's about this team's culture?
Yeah, for sure. I think that is kind of our culture, just, the mindset. I think every player on this team got that mindset, and they kind of bought into the culture. I think, when you got a lot of new guys and you got a lot of young guys, they're continuing to buy into the culture. And sometimes, you're going to make mistakes. Sometimes you don't know the standards. Sometimes, when you're new or you never seen it, or when you're young, it's like, okay, you don't really know what to expect. So you just, you go through your rough patches, but you continue to just, try your best to keep reaching the standard. And I think guys are starting to buy into that. It's sad that it's later in the season, but I think guys are buying into it.
How can the final 3 games serve as motivation and just getting you back to where you want to be training camp in the, obviously in the offseason?
Yeah, I'm just excited to play with my teammates, play with the guys I came in here with, and just I don't know, go play football too. So I'm just trying to take advantage of the moments of the time that I do got left and have fun with it.
Thanks, Dre.
Appreciate it.